All right, it's telling me we're live again. But, um, yeah, it's so freaky. All these little pieces have to work together. Um, Let me see. Okay, here's another one. I've got another computer here. Okay, I gotta turn my volume down. And if anybody wants to join us, I'm back. We're back. And I have no idea why the video is working this time. I didn't do this setup differently or in different steps. Oh my gosh, this stuff, if it just worked the way they said it does every time, then it wouldn't be so confusing. So I also chose the setting, and I did this last time, so that the chat replay is there. Because you know, sometimes you go to watch a video that was live and it's not live anymore. And sometimes the chat is there and sometimes it's not. You can hide it, but sometimes it's just not. So the default setting is you can't see the chat replay after the live stream is over. But I sometimes like to see it. So twice, and this is the second time, I've turned it on so that the chat replay is available. Oh, there's Mary. Hey, Mary. Oh, you're making peach and blueberry from scratch. Peach and blueberry what? Pie? There's also a delay from when I talk to what you see. Goodness. It's at least 15 seconds. What is the subject? I don't have I'm just testing today. Mary asked, what is the subject? I'm just testing today. Oh yeah, pie. You're making pie. So today, last time I just went live when I did my test. Today I wanted to see, okay, if I schedule it, put up a thumbnail, which we have to do. I mean, I want people to know like a couple days in advance when I'm going to do a live. And then I go live, just all the pieces working together. And the software wasn't, it was just telling me the name of the software that runs the camera to make it a webcam, turns the camera into this magic webcam. And I wasn't getting a video. But then if I open the software that's just for, it's a Canon brand, the software that is called the webcam, I had video. So, but I didn't have video on YouTube and I didn't have video on this encoder. I'm technical, but I'm not that technical. So I shut it all down. I even shut down the camera. Yeah, you just found out. I know. I didn't do much. I think I put the original thumbnail up there like 30 minutes before. So I just wanted it on there. So if it's scheduled for a few days and people can see it, they at least know that it's coming. But then I need to be able to pull all the pieces together with the scheduled video and the software. So the weird thing was when I came to the software itself, and I had already pre-scheduled the one for today. The one that I did the other day was listing as live. And I think it's because there's this magic stream key behind the scenes, and my encoder software thought that stream key was still active. So it relaunched that live video, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what is happening? Because none of the guys who show how to do this say first go to your encoder software and get rid of that stream key so that it doesn't, because it's the last one you did is still in there. And nobody tells you this stuff. And they all talk fast. Yeah, well, it will be. Mary asked, too bad, could we have a date of it? Yeah, when I get this down, because I can't have it so that I'm going live and you don't get a video, there is no audio. I need to get the steps down, and nobody teaches it clearly. Like, here are the steps. Do this in this order. So I like to schedule them like 3 or 4 days in advance, and even have a regular day and time, so that people can plan for it and at least think about it. I want to know too, one of my fellow YouTubers who does a live video every week, she said, well, I like to do them when people are getting home from work and maybe making dinner, but she's only thinking in her time zone. So I think she's in Central Time, she's in Dallas, and she schedules them for 5 o'clock. But then it's 6 o'clock on the Eastern time zone, and 4 o'clock in Mountain, and 3 o'clock in Pacific. So I don't know how that's going to work. But she gets a lot of people, and she reviews high-end makeup, like really expensive makeup, and she gets all kinds of makeup fans coming on there who love the really expensive products. And she'll talk about what's new, she'll demo things on herself, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. So I'll have to play with dates and times, but I've got to get the steps down. I've got to, yeah. Mary says a regular day and time would be great. You're on Pacific time. Okay. Yeah, a regular, yeah, when you know it's going to be happening. Yeah, I do want to do that. So the last time I tried to do a live and really failed, not testing, I was really trying to do it because YouTube was telling me I was live, but nobody could get on. It was April. And we were going to talk about osteoporosis. We were going to talk about a certain stress scale, because stress can lead to bone loss. I'm in really high stress right now. I look like my hair looks really thin, and I think it's the stress. And then talk about different things that lead to bone growth, like exercise supplements, eating well, getting enough sleep. And then I was going to talk about sunscreen, because that was April and we were heading into the warmer months, and some of my favorite things that I use on a regular basis. And then some new products, things that were new back then, but I'll do that on a future live. I just don't know what I did the second time that worked. Okay, I'm in the Central time zone. Yeah, Central. So blueberry pie is one of my favorites from scratch. I haven't made one in a long time. I make, instead of dairy whipped cream, I make a coconut cream. So I buy either coconut milk or coconut cream in a can, and I refrigerate it for weeks. I just put them in there. And then I do have a video on this. And then when I'm ready to make it, I take the can out, and when you open the can, all of that solid cream is risen to the top, and there'll be some liquid in there that I use later for smoothies. But I take all of that cream out, put it into a bowl with the whipping beater, and I think I put in a tablespoon of maple syrup and a tablespoon of vanilla, and then I just whip it. And after it looks kind of thick, I put it in a container and put a lid on and put it in the refrigerator. And then, like, if I do that in the morning, by evening, it's terrific on top of pie. And, okay. And Mary says she'd be interested in anything to do with bone loss. And we have May McDonough. I'm too old to know what LXH means. LX, is that LXH or IXH? I don't know what that is. But if you could tell me, Mary was just diagnosed with osteoporosis. Okay, is that how you found me? And doing a lot of walking. I have a lot of exercises on my channel that are good for, you know, growing new bone naturally, and wearing a weighted vest is good. So if you, yeah, I'd have to find my video to tell you that. So those are good things too, but depending on how advanced your osteoporosis is will determine what kinds of exercises are safe for you to do. If you're just starting with the osteoporosis like I was way back, then you can typically do the jumping and the stomping and, you know, the more impactful kinds of exercises. Dr. Shostak has talked about that in the past. If you have a more serious bone loss, then walking is great. Resistance exercises are wonderful, like with bands. I have some videos where I show you how to do that, and even links to get some bands that have some good stretch in them but will give you that resistance. And of course, weight training is good too, and I've done quite a few videos where I show some basic weight training, you starting with lighter weights so that you get your form right, you know, your form really correct. And then once those weights feel kind of light, then you can pick up weights that are heavier. Okay, Mary's seen some of the videos. And May McDonough hasn't told me what LXH means. And I'm looking at how delayed my video is. I have another computer on my table here, my work table, and logged into a different account so that I can see what you all see, but I have the volume down. But yeah, it's really delayed. Yeah, I have a playlist that's called Fitness Over 50, and all my exercise videos are in there. In the playlist called Osteoporosis, I have some exercise videos in there that are more specific to osteoporosis. Yeah. All right. So if I could figure out what I did right the second time that I didn't do the first time, I feel a lot more confident. But no one was showing in their tutorials how to do a scheduled YouTube video and this encoder with the Canon software and pull it all together. Or their videos were like 4 years old or 5 years old and they're already outdated. Nobody's done any really good updates. Okay, so I might do a couple more tests before I do an actual live, because it just freaked me out that I couldn't get a picture and it was just showing the name of the webcam software and no audio, and I don't know what I did wrong. So that was weird. Well, now I want some blueberry pie or blueberry peach. And yeah, Mary, do you make your own crust from scratch, or do you buy a pre-made? I don't know how long it takes you to get my... I'm going to hear myself here. Mary, do you make your own? Oh, there we go. Crust from scratch, or do you buy a pre-made? Mary just gave an LOL. You put vodka in it? It cooks off though, right? You put vodka in it. Oh my gosh. What does the vodka do? in the pie. Hmm. Oh, really? The vodka's for working on the dough. Interesting. Yeah, it cooks off. Um, huh. So it's part of the dough recipe. Interesting. Now, do you use in your dough, your pie crust dough, do you use butter or do you use something like Crisco? I had to turn off my own audio over here. It's like hearing an echo. My puppy is napping. I forgot. Come here. You want to see everybody? Come here. You were such a good girl. Oh, I have no idea if you're in. I know. I know. Oh, can I see you? Oh, you use Crisco. Yeah. It's like oh, there you are. Okay. We're not seeing you live. You were such a good baby. Okay. Do you mix your pie dough in the oh gosh, I'm having menopause brain. Not the blender. Oh my gosh. Do you mix your thank you for the doggy. Do you mix your pie dough in the food processor? That's what ugh. Or do you hand do it? Let's see. Food processor. Yeah, it's easier. Okay. Interesting. All right, I know, puppy dog. Oh, you were such a good girl. Sometimes when I'm filming, she barks, at a window or whatever, and I have to put her in a crate. But the other day when I was doing the test live, she was sleeping right next to me on a little bed in the studio room, and I completely forgot. And I thought, oh, I should have picked her up. I know, because we're just doing a test. I know, baby. I know. All right. Well, thank you, everybody, for testing this with me. And I wish I knew why it worked the second time and not the first. Mira says, to a point, then put in a bowl, add water and vodka a little at a time. Wow. And do you stir it with a big spoon at that point, or are you using a pastry cutter? Okay, bring it all together. Interesting. Hmm. Very interesting. All right. Um, I wish I knew why it didn't work the first time and why it did work the second time. I have no idea why. There is no reason for spatula. Okay. Wonderful. Well, since you're Pacific time, Mary, the pie will be done and cooled for dessert. Good timing. Well, thank you. I don't know why it worked, but it did come over for a slice. Okay. I'll jump right on a plane. Oh. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you for testing all this with me. I really appreciate it. And then once I end it, I think it's going to go to unlisted for a bit because I'm probably going to edit the ends off. Last time it took like 12 hours before I could edit it. So that was weird. And, but I want to see if the chat's live because I remember last time checking that box, and I know I checked it this time. I even took a screenshot this time because I know I did it. Because I want, you know, sometimes you just want people to come back and look at the chat. Maybe there was something in there that they saw, and like you gave me the name of where you found your recipe. Well, I'm not going to remember, and I'm busy. So I want to come back to the chat, and I want to see that. So, all right. Thank you for joining me, Mary. I really appreciate it while you're making a pie. That's hard to do because I know you're probably using your phone or your tablet. If I'm over on the West Coast, come visit. Okay. Are you California? I'll put... Yes. Okay. All right. Yep and yes. All right. Thank you. And have a good evening. I hope I can figure this out and not have it mess up again like I did today on the first try. All right. Thank you, everybody. Bye.